Hi YouTube, it's Mr. Dodo8449 here. First of all, excuse the camera movement, I'm not using a tripod today, but yeah, you'll see why in a minute. So yeah, on screen is hopefully a hint to what I'm planning on doing. So yeah, I am planning on building myself a little Engage exhibition layout. Now I know people who've watched on YouTube, there's a lot of YouTubers who are currently building micro layouts, exhibition layouts, things like that. I just want to say I'm not jumping on any bandwagon here. I genuinely have been trying to design a layout for ages. This is 23 designs that I've been trying to do. Was it 21? Sorry, it's 21 designs I've been trying to do well, trying to make a layout, and I've finally got one that works, and I think it looks really good. And that's this one here. As I said, it's in Engage. I'll just quickly explain the basic design. Now, the white piece you see is the main board, which is 1 meter by 30 centimeters. Now, that is the well, that's the main layout that you see. Now, the two grey bits you see on the side are both 50 centimeters by 30 centimeters, and that's where the two fiddle yards would be. So obviously, 50 centimeters is the biggest loco or train that I can have. And the design is that they will actually fold up underneath the main baseboard to be able to fold away and to transport quite easily. So yeah, I think it should be quite easy to move. So just moving on to the track, I'm planning on doing a country station, nothing too too serious. It's just a small country station. There's 2 sidings you can see at the bottom. One of those will have like either a goods shed or a goods station on it, something like that. Or it will be a coaling and water station. So yeah, I'm going to be probably doing this in steam. If not, it will just be a diesel, well, obviously a diesel if it's not steam, layout. So yeah, the top track you see where it says 44.02, that there is the station. It was just going to be a single station designed to have 3 coaches at the most. And it's going to sit where that 44.02 is. That's where the station will be. And the track in between the sidings and the top track, that is basically a passing loop. Just say there's a loco stopped in the station, then a freight train could run round the passing loop and carry on its way. So that's the sort of idea I've come up with. Now, being an exhibition layout, I've got to make sure this is all wired very well. So my plan is basically to run a bus wire, and every single piece of track is going to have a wire on it, and that wire will be, well, linked to the bus wires. There's not going to be a dead piece of track before and after points. It's going to be live everywhere, and I'm going to design it with isolation switches so I can turn pieces of track on and off. And then that way I know the track is 100% working before I've even started. So here is the layout. Now obviously this is just the one piece that's 1 meter by 30 centimeters. The 50 centimeter bits will just attach on the end with a hinge on the underside and they'll fold away down and underneath. But that will all happen at a later stage. As this part here I can do without the sidings, without the fiddle yards. So we're currently looking at this as if we were the exhibitor and the visitors would stand on this side, so they would look at it from this way, which means when I'm doing all the scenery and stuff, I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to be doing it the other way, so you work on what you see. But the scenery is a long way off, actually, quite a long way off, because I want to get this running 100% perfectly first of all. So I'll quickly explain. First set of points, and this is where the station will be. The station will stop approximately there, so it'll run from where that corner finishes there to approximately there. Then that will give that much room for locos to sit in. Then we come to the second point, and if we go back on ourselves, this is the passing siding. Another point, obviously, to join them up, and up here we have another point to 2 sidings. Now, I reckon you could fit in the top one about 8 coal wagons, and in the bottom one about maybe 9 at a push. So I'd say 7 in the top and 9 in the bottom. Sorry, 7 in the top and 8 in the bottom, I meant to say then. Coal wagons. Now this is a flatbed wagon. It's actually about 10 to 15 mil bigger than a coal wagon. So it's all kind of estimated sizes and so on, but I think it's, yeah, so it would be quite good. And so basically it's going to be long enough for a train and 3 coaches. That's the sort of length that it'll be working to. So if I kind of lift it up and look down the track, sorry, on my arm, you can sort of get an idea of the shape and the design of it. I really like the fact that it's not uniform and straight. You come in on an angle, the point is on an angle. This piece, this isn't even straight, this is coming very slight angle up towards the top of the baseboard here. This is a nice gentle curve here. I've checked it with the loco, and the loco runners are absolutely fine. It's a really nice gentle curve actually. The only two uniform bits are these two sidings. They are parallel and straight to each other, but I thought that made it look a lot better than having one off at a strange angle and so on. So anyway, that is tracked down, it's nailed down. I've purposely not used an underlay, being N-gauge, and it's quite a thick board. I don't think it's going to make too much noise, so there always is a point, but basically this has cost me £0 to make, absolutely nothing to make. This is just bits I had basically lying around. So it's going absolutely brilliantly so far. See how long I can go before I spend money. But anyway, so I've got two buffers already in place there and there. And now this is the thing which I really want to show you guys. This is the controller I'm using to switch the points. 4 levers, 4 points. It's called Mer Control, spelled M-E-R Control. And I absolutely love this system. It's realistic. Basically, you have a lever, you have angles, you have pipes and rods and so on, and that is how it's designed to work. And the other thing is, it works really well. Now I will say one thing, this is designed for 00 gauge. Obviously I'm using on N gauge, which means these two levers in the middle can only move halfway up, that far, and the point is actually fully moved at that point, so I can't move those any further than that, which is, you know, it doesn't really bother me actually too much. Being N gauge, obviously the throw distance on the point is a lot less than if it was O gauge, but as you saw there, it all moves and works. I'll just show you on this point here. So it just works, and I absolutely love it, because this one here, if I hold it at the right angle, you should see with this point, this one here, and the point moving when I move this, as you can see. So it actually works by pushing and pulling the, pulling them over. So as you can see, it's all the point work is done, it's all working. All of the track is attached down and it's working, but I haven't done any drop wires yet. There's a lot of soldering to do, and I need to fix my soldering iron, well, clean my soldering iron I should say, before I get a move on with this. But I can just set my camera up quickly. You can see part of my room with a hideous wallpaper. And then I will just change the points. So there we go, and there, and there. And I will get my control. Sorry, I'm well off out of shot now. Actually don't quite have enough track here to push the loco back far enough. I think that's got it. I'm also going to change that point. And the point closest to is actually in the right position. Change that point. That point's the right way, and that one needs changing that way. So as you can see there, it is working, and I don't actually need to do these drop wires because every piece of track is live, except from if the loco is stopped here and I flick these points, this one under the camera is from the phone, obviously this piece of track is dead. The same goes for here, just because these are Insel frog points, not electric frog. Sorry, not electric frog. But as you can see, it's going really well so far. This is that little class 15, 20, 25, something like that. I can't remember the name of the class. If somebody can recognise this and just inform me of the class number, it'd be really useful. It's a class 20 something, I believe. But I'm going to be doing a re-review of this as I've got the new camera. I can show the detailing properly, and I've also discovered something really, really good about this loco. So yeah, I'm going to be re-reviewing that. And she's back on the track. So that is my little shelf layout. It's coming on really nicely. I'm going to be trying to work on it alongside my main layout, so might be a slight delay on the layout updates on either this one or on that, or on my main 00 gauge one, but it should come along quite nicely. So obviously the next stage is wiring, and before I go, I'll just show you something I built. I think this is quite a clever idea. If people have got a double O gauge track and an N gauge track. Oh, people, just to say, you can use the same controllers on either of these. They're designed to work on the same 12 volts as a double O gauge loco is, so it is absolutely fine to use. You've just got to be careful of the ampage. Make sure that isn't too high because it could burn out the motor on these. So I am running on the old Hornby controllers that I use here, but I've checked they are fine to run on N gauge before I carry on saying this. But anyway, I've actually built myself a little wire here, as you can see. At this end here, there are two double O gauge fish plates attached to the track. On this end here, there's two N gauge fish plates again attached on the track, which means without having a controller for this track, I am able to run it off the O gauge, the double O gauge track. So I thought that was quite a clever idea. Anyway, as you can see. Okay, sorry about that, I've run out of space on my first card, so I did change card over. But anyway, yeah, I think it's come really nicely. The final thing I wanted to say before I went is this here is so much fun, you have no idea. Flicking switches or tapping screw heads is what I'm doing, is actually really quite boring. Don't tell me I said that. Moving switches like this is so much fun. I don't know why. Because it's all I'm doing is sliding a piece of metal. I think it's just because it's me. I love seeing things move and work, and this here is something I know I've built and I know it works, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, I just love it. So yeah, I really would actually recommend Merc Control. I'm going to be doing a how-to tutorial on these. I don't think anyone's done one on YouTube yet, so we'll be the first actually. I've actually done that, and it'll be uploaded almost instantly after this video. So yeah, that'll become. I absolutely really love this system. I don't know why. It's just so much fun. I think it's just really fun just to actually move a lever and you see the point move. So anyway, this is the start of my exhibition layout. I've got quite a few ideas, loads of plans for it, and things like that. Before anyone says, yes, there is a station going on top of these controls here, but the station I've got in my mind will actually show these visually. You'll be able to see these. So that's a little hint on the design of station I'm going to try and make. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, then leave them below. I'd like to hear what you guys think about this layout. I've tried to keep it complicated but simple, so there's a lot of detail, a lot of things going on, but it's a very simple track plan. So I think that's really good when you're trying to build an exhibition layout. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I will get another update for this going soon.